Hey y'all. So I was at this social gathering today. Um, People were drinking, people were smoking. In Turkey, cigarettes are really popular. Um, I had a little sip from a friend's cup and from a girl's cup. Um, there was alcohol. It was purposeless. It was people were not mindful. Of course, you can imagine. Um, yeah, it served the purpose of social gathering. We were reuniting with the classmates and stuff. Since most people um, don't go to school really often since it's the exam year. Um, what I'm trying to get at here is it's a lot of wasted potential for nothing. It's a lot of wasted potential, wasted time, sacrificed goals for nothing. No gain at all. No gain. No permanent happiness. No real life experience. No purposeful, helpful thing has been gained. It has been for nothing but serving the nihilistic limbic system of your brain. Hedonistic. And you're going to realize that most people are wired to enjoy those types of things because it achieves something primally in our brain. People since primal times, their limbic system, their lizard brain is wired to achieve as much social interaction as possible, since you're going to die without a proper society. I mean, not even a society, a proper friend group, you could say, proper tribe. You're not gonna survive without a proper tribe, a big tribe, and you have to achieve that by being social as social as possible. You're going to achieve that by talking to as many people as possible in your lizard brain level. And you want to procreate in your lizard brain level, in your level 0 of your brain complexity levels. You want to procreate. That means fucking. That means talking to girls. That means spending time with girls. That means flirting with them. That means, advancing. And these types of social gatherings fulfill both those parts of your brain. And most of the time people use substances to double the experience for nothing. It achieves nothing. It's absolutely useless past a certain point, of course. I mean, of course, I'm not here to tell you that you shouldn't gather with your friends, you shouldn't talk to them, you shouldn't, exchange ideas, you shouldn't talk about your problems, you shouldn't socialize. Of course, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying past a certain point, it's the same thing. It gets redundant real quick, actually, when you think about it. And it serves you no purpose. It does not help you at all, and it hurts you, actually. Because during all that time, I don't need to tell you, you already know that you could have done a lot more. I mean, when I was there, bro, I just thought to myself that I feel so small. I feel so purposeless doing this. I felt like a bum, bro. I felt like the bottom of the food chain in the greater scale, of course, in that social setting. Of course, I'm not saying that I felt like the bottom of the food chain. I couldn't talk to anyone. No, no, no. It's probably the opposite. I'm not here to brag, but it was probably the opposite. What I'm trying to get at is in the proper world scale, in business scale, for example, in millionaire people scale, in the standard that I have to hold myself to, that was not me. Those types of things, if you're trying to become a better man, become a better woman, become a better person, at some point you have to realize that those types of social gatherings, which include alcohol, drinking, other types of substances, lust, one of the 7 deadly sins, you know, those types of things, improper woman, let's just say, you're going to realize that if you're trying to actually get better, that is not the standard that you should hold yourself. That is below the standard that you should be holding yourself to. And if you haven't already thought to yourself about a standard, an ideal, and a minimum level, then you should start thinking actually right now. So here's an actionable step. If you're watching this video, get a pen, get a paper, and write down, talk about your minimum levels, your standard baseline levels that you will hold yourself accountable to from now on. For example, if I'm a student, I would write right now, I will study every day. That's my minimum baseline. That's the minimum standard that I will hold myself to. I can study 10 minutes if I want to. I just want to study every day. That's the bare minimum standard that I will hold myself to. If I was for example, athlete, if I was trying to better my body, I would immediately write down right now, if I were you, do some kind of workout every day, or think about working out every day. That is already, when you put it on a massive scale such as your life, that's already an immense change. But it feels easy to make now, because that's the great part about baseline levels, minimum levels. It's not going to be too hard for you to keep up with them, to stay above them even. So, I'm going to get into the topic of realizing your potential. Realize the potential that you have. Realize what can be done with some kind of work. Because you'll quickly realize if you work hard, nobody does that. Nobody works hard. Past the 1% of the population, if you're not in the 1%, if you're judging by the 99% of the population, people do not work hard at all. At all. And when you start working hard, when you realize your potential, when you realize what could be done by hard work, sheer fucking work, and some intelligence, you will get to that point that you desire. So I'm telling you, realize the potential and work on it. Realize the potential and realize the actionable steps that you can take right now to go toward that potential. Get on, if you're a male, get on monk mode. If you all wish to, I can make another video on that. You can comment down below if you want me to make a video on monk mode. This is basically, if I were to sum it up, it will be dopamine detox and stuff. An extreme level of discipline. Monk mode is basically that. If I were to talk about it shortly, you have to, as a man, serve a greater purpose. That's one of the main things. Serve a greater purpose if you're a man, because anything less than great, you'll feel like absolute shit. Of course, the people that are most depressed work at terrible jobs, like McDonald's, like fast food, like shit that they do not believe in. So that's why they're depressed, because they feel like they're doing nothing to contribute to the world. So that's one of the main points. Serve a greater purpose and realize the potential you have in your life. If you're serving a greater purpose, if you're a man getting on monk mode, stopping with the parties and shit, stop going to them, stop worrying about social approval so much if you wish to actually further yourself in life. And yeah, this is the main point actually. If you realize the potential that you really have, you will realize that for a man to be actually, happy in his sense that we use nowadays, you have to fully complete or not complete. You have to be working real hard on your purpose, on your potential to achieve it. And that's when you'll realize that most of the time your happiest times are when you're working actually. If you fully focus on that, if you fully synthesize that, you'll realize that in your working hours, you're happier than in your resting hours. Because you have unlocked the power of knowing your potential, knowing what is possible, realize what is possible, realize the potential, and then you'll get to success. Of course, sacrifices have to be made. You're going to go on monk mode, you're going to cut out junk food, cut out bullshit that are bugging you down, cut out people, cut out toxic humans, cut out your addictions, cut out your bad sleeping habits. You're going to have to make sacrifices in order to get to this greater level of life. And I want to end this video with quoting Denzel Washington. You know Denzel Washington, he's the actor. He says, I have to go to sleep. Denzel Washington says, in your deathbed, imagine if you were to be visited by your potentials, by the persons you could have been, by the people the potentials that you could have brought to life. For example, if you wish to be a doctor, but you let that dream go away because it was too hard. Imagine in your deathbed, a doctor stands by you, as in like a silhouette, and that looks exactly like you, and tells you that you could have brought me to life. You could have brought me to life. You could have been me. Imagine every single person that you could have become, as in great, as in good. Watching you, looking at you angry, disappointed, sad, while you're in your deathbed, questioning you. Why didn't you work hard? Why didn't you achieve? Why didn't you attack aggressively in life? So think about that. If you feel lazy, if you feel unmotivated, think about that. Imagine the person you could be. You have to bring them to life, because that dream, that goal, that thought in your brain was given to you for a purpose. God put that dream there, put that goal there, put that thought there for a purpose. He wants you to serve a purpose. So today, after you finish watching this video, listen to him, talk to him, pray to him about it, and focus up. Cut your distractions. Show how serious you are in your journey. And I believe that will bring you success to the highest degree. Thanks for watching. See you on another one. Peace out.